U7 Buy provides the most convenient, fastest, and safest way to upgrade your team with numerous positive reviews and verified by top creators from different countries with 24/7 online customer support. Now you can enjoy an extra free coins for every order. Don't miss the opportunity for up to 4 million free coins. Use my code Inception for another 8% off. Okay guys, so today we have the new Christian Eriksen card to go ahead and check out. With this card, 6 foot tall, controlled, explosive, 5-star, right-footed player. Roles-wise, he has Deep Lying Playmaker ++, which is one of the main ones. Center mid-wise, he does have Playmaker ++ and Deep Lying Playmaker, depending on the formations that you do end up using. Probably not super ideal just to use like 1+ if you actually want like certain AI movements, but he still has certain things here and there to kind of be able to work with as well. But yeah, he has like cam stuff, but the way that he's laid out in the dribbling department, I mean, technically speaking, you could give him a finisher and use him in that way, and then just use him with 90 acceleration, 90 sprint speed is totally possible. But I think the card is like really formatted for the center mid CDM positions with the way that his rolls are and the way that the card is like generally formatted. He does have finesse shot, which honestly, if you get him involved in the attacking areas, it might not actually be like a horrible thing because he has like a 5-star weak foot to work with too. Base finishing is not in a horrible area either. Could you technically go in the route of giving him a hunter and then using him in the cam position? Sure. Do you want to do that with those dribbling stats? Probably not. But they did give him at least the intercept. Anticipate definitely would have been nice too, but they did at least give the intercept. He does have a press proven, flare, incisive, finesse shot, power shot, dead ball, long ball, and width pass. So he generally has like some pretty good passing stuff too, with the passing stats to boot, right? So we'll see. We'll see what the vibes are with this card. I'm going to be trying him out CDM, center mid position, rotating between the two. We'll see how he plays. Hopefully he's a beast. Run off how with that first pass, huh? Sure. Kind of hoping Fucho would have made that run right there. Oh, almost gets the interception. Had a feeling. Good driven pass initially with Eriksen there. I'll take it. Nicely done. Goal, good goal. Good runs. Or a through pass. Should he be moving into that empty space there? Absolutely, but it is what it is. Spread it out. See if I can work the space there at least. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Good run, though. Warren interception? Nice. Get the through pass off there with Eriksen. Good stuff. I'll tell you guys this right now. I'm using him as a CDM, but I can... Like, with that Alexander-Arnold, like, you feel like, hey, you know, I actually want to use him as a CDM with this card. So far, I'm really feeling the center mid vibes mostly. All through pass downwards. He wasn't playing, but we'll take it anyways. Good challenge. Pass it down. Nice. Nice through pass again. Oh, get the intercept. Was unfortunate, and I did it last go there, but it's all good. We're still good. I did try initially though. Like the movement to get into that space was pretty decent. Still giving me like very center mid vibes to him, but I want to try him all a little bit more in the CDM position. We got nothing there for physical presence. I give him a shadow. No. There it is. So deep lying playmaker, you can kind of push up, go on the edge of the 18, pop a finesse shot. Nice through pass. There we go. I'll take that build-up play. Nicely done. I'm not really a huge fan of how his dribbling feels, though, we'll say. Oh. Unlucky. Nicely done. I say nicely done, but that's like typical meta in this game, right? Like that cutback is crazy to work with. There we go. Tried it out. Okay. Got that one at least. Nice lot pass. Nice. Resulted in a goal there. Good. A bad challenge at least. Typical meta as well, but we do score. And try it out, see if I can get a shot off there at least. No. There it is. Finesse shot plus. So it's just one of those things you can have in the side position because he is 5-star, 5-star, right? Oh, intercept actually working there. That's me trying it on the 5-star weak foot. It was Eriksen in the middle. But he has base intercept. I think like maybe if he got like a third playstyle plus with like intercept plus be sick. Because there's ones where he does it, of course, because he has like the basic one, but a plus you definitely would have noticed that difference, I think. Get that through pass up to the top. No green on that. That was just a white timed. Warren intercept. I had to like go last second to the. That's what I'm saying. Like I wish it was like that all the time. You see how I orange timed that, but he used manual goalkeeping and I still hit it on target. I wish it was like that all the time, bro. So I don't have to be cross-eyed to score that, you know. But we scored there with the 5-star skills. Yeah, I had a feeling he was gonna move the keeper there. Nice try. Wanted to see how well he would strike it with the weak foot there. Ooh, nice finesse. Nice finesse. Warren interception. It was like an actual meta card. Probably would have scored that actually. The through pass, right? Ooh, off the crossbar there. Imagine. Okay. Well done, Eriksen. Well done. I greened it, probably would have been a goal. Unlucky. First time pass is not good there. Wara Trivella. We'll take it. Typical meta goal. There we go. No, get it. First time, please. Oh. When you tackle and he kicks the ball out, I love it. Oh, and doesn't score that. It's unlucky. Okay, guys, so final verdict on the Christian Eriksen card. So a few things to mention, right? So first and foremost, body type and the way that he dribbles in game. In technicality, can you use him in the cam position? Sure. If you want to use him as a playmaker, as the guy that does like the through passes, the passes in general, yeah, you could definitely do that if you really want to, but I don't know if I'd recommend it fully because the way that he dribbles is more physical oriented. So you can kind of tell that he's supposed to be played in the CDM or the center mid position for the most part, right? Now, I did try this card out on the Shadow as well as the Anchor chemistry style. Whichever chemistry style you end up giving him, you will feel like you are lacking in one area compared to the other. For instance, obviously, if I give him the Shadow chemistry style, it is a nice general defensive boost with a nice pace on the card, which surprises me that it's not one of the top choices because it genuinely should be with the way that you would generally use this card. I don't know why Hawk and stuff is there. That's just random, to be honest with you. But yeah, on a Shadow, that's what I was initially using him on, and I was like, this guy has like a very, very like center mid vibes to him. And that's why in the like the third game I had to like switch formations to kind of like use him in that sort of way because it kind of made more sense for him. On the Shadow chemistry style, center mid-wise, he would be okay there because they still gave him a regular intercept and you would still get some defensive plays out of the card. In the CDM position, he plays it well, but you kind of need to have like a balance of another certain type of CDM with him. So let's say, for instance, like I'm really big on this nowadays, right? But let's say like you had like a Patrick Vieira, right? Center mid CDM. This guy's super expensive as an example, but you guys get what I'm saying, right? You have that more defensive oriented CDM that kind of like covers everything, right? And then Christian Eriksen is played on the left-hand side. It wouldn't be a horrible thing to work with because first of all, the finesse shots on the card come off pretty nicely. You could score a lot of opportunities that way. He definitely hits them very nicely. And obviously, if you were to increase the shooting on the card, he'd probably hit them more consistently. But I think for the most part, with the way that the general meta plays out, you're going to be working with 85 finishing for the most part. But like I said, because he's a five-star player, you have that option of being able to have that sort of deep lying playmaker on the left-hand side or playmaker and be able to hit those bad boys, right? I think generally speaking, he really mainly feels like a playmaker center mid, right? So if there's any sort of formation that you guys enjoy using where, you know, you're using that sort of role in that formation, because with playmaker, these guys will sometimes still get involved depending on the tactics that you use. That's what he mainly feels like. He mainly feels like a player that belongs in that sort of area. Because when I play him next to like Trent Alexander-Arnold, like to be honest, this Trent card, super cheap. And when we did his review, I mentioned the same thing. He plays very, very well in the CDM position for the same capabilities at a five-star. I think what it is that, like, I guess from a base mechanic perspective, he's already originally a defender, so he'll do, like, more defensive stuff. I guess, I don't know, it's hard to explain, right? But in the CDM position, I feel like I got more out of the card with a card like this than I do with Eriksen when it comes to, like, doing more defensive stuff. You know what I'm saying? With Eriksen, like I said, I was switching between the Anchor and the Shadow chemistry style. And like for me, as I was playing the game, I was like, yeah, he mainly feels like a center mid, right? So if you have the intention of playing him as a center mid, he's still going to do perfectly fine, right? I think meta-wise, a lot of people will prefer like some other players playing in the CDM position and whatnot, because maybe they want players that are more agile, more tall, have more of a defensive presence, that sort of thing. Maybe it's because of the play styles, like he needs more play styles to be able to do that on a consistent basis. But what you do notice out of the card is a couple of things, right? So the passes come off nice. He does do the intercept sometimes, so it was important to give him that, but it would have been beneficial to maybe give him an intercept plus or intercept plus the base anticipate. I think stuff like that would have been very important for this card to kind of use him in those sort of positions from a base mechanic perspective, right? And then obviously the other thing is being able to hit finesse shots the way that he does, right? Like he does actually hit finesse shots quite cleanly. So if you get into those sort of opportunities on the edge of the 18-yard box, that's a goal scoring opportunity that you can work with, because you can kind of do that McGeady cancel where you go behind you, go for a finesse shot like we did sometimes, and score opportunities that way. So with Eriksen, for me, it's still a cool SBC because they just made him more playable, right? Like I wouldn't necessarily recommend him as a cam because of how physical he feels. Like, dude, even if you were to give him like a finisher chemistry style, like you're going to be working with like lower pace and all that kind of stuff. So usability wise, you could totally do that because again, finesse shots wise, he actually hits them pretty nicely. Incisive pass would still be decent to work with. But I think like usability in game wise, because of the base intercept, like mainly any sort of formation that uses like 3 midfielders, with him being one of them, probably on the left-hand side, just so that you can be able to score finesse shots as well as some 5-star weak foot strikes, because the card's actually quite usable because they increased him to a point where he's actually going to be usable, right? So that's what he feels like in game for me personally, right? So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this video today. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.